everyone, E here, coming to you with the most recent update. And we are back over here now, which is the rear section of the Great Hall. And let's open it up. And as you can see, the first thing I want to show you is the brown arches that I have placed. No idea why here is a bit... There we go. Probably need to press it a little bit better here. Anyway, I have placed the brown arches, so now it's really nicely connecting to this row of plates over here. So it's really sturdy, and also it is accurate, as there should be arches here in brown. You can see on both sides. Also, there is a good chance now to mention that the gargoyles are almost done. As you can see, 3 gargoyles are missing, which I'll get some point soon. And then we'll have, I think, pretty much everything in the Great Hall, except for, well, the full tables and the students. I think this way kind of gives the proper feel of the building. The nice mixture of tan and brown, with brown on the windows here and up here and down there on the floor. So I think it's very nice looking. And also this whole idea of these plates connecting this piece here and also leaving this row over here so we can use it to connect the roof. Now, I have a few ideas when it comes to the roof, and not really gonna share them into detail much yet, as I kind of need some calculating to do still, and I'm not really certain which way I will go, but we can use them as support for the roof itself if we make it with plates, which is initially my idea I was going with. Recently I've been exploring the different option of building it up and having it as a movable kind of platform, which is obviously going to be very part intensive and expensive also. But if I can figure out a good way to do it, I might go with that. Either way, we will use this here either for support or to create kind of a frame where we can make like candles and stuff and make it really pretty. But again, we'll talk about that a bit later. Now, another thing I wanted to show you is the towers. You can see we have, for the first time, towers on both sides. And that means that we have completed the most recent design. As you can see, it's the design we mentioned last time with the arches, basically these half kind of arches, creating an archway of 3 studs and creating these kind of holes, which is very accurate. Now there is one little thing that is still remaining. As you can see over here, there isn't a plate here like this one, and over here there is one. We kind of want to fill these places here with 1x1s, but I'll need around 50 of them, and I don't have them at this point. So it's a little thing that probably most people will not notice, but I will know. So I'm gonna do that, obviously not only on this side, but on both sides. And same thing over there too. As I said last time, I really would prefer not to rebuild this anymore. I'm really happy with this design, and I think that I shouldn't have to go back and redo it. No promises though. One thing that I do think about is changing maybe these cylinders that I've used, because originally these shouldn't be cylinders. They should be like rectangular kind of shapes, but obviously they need to be 3x3s, and I don't think there is a piece like that is a rectangular, so I'll have to check it out. But otherwise we're gonna lose some height maybe, or figure out a way to kind of build it up and make it 2x2, which a piece like that does exist, I'm sure. Now I'm gonna show you here. I'm not really sure if I've shown you recently again. Now that I'm starting to think about creating this building here, for now it's left like this here because it should be like this by design, but might end up creating obviously the same pattern all the way, but for now it's like this. Now this little connection building between the gray hole and the grand staircase is going to be, there it is, it's going to be shorter, thinner, and taller. And now I'm thinking about how exactly to do it. I have a few ideas, but another thing that you should be expecting soon. Now, as you can see, I've detached this module from the rest for the time being, so I can show you. And now you can see how this part looks at the currently without the sliding module that kind of hides everything that is here. Now with my left hand I'll try to open it. Yeah, there we go. Now last time I did mention these things. I decided to use these thicker, I think I did mention them last time, these thicker 1x3s instead of these kind of longer, thinner pieces. And I used 2 of them, so they really keep the door, see, kind of trapped without actually trapping it or pressing against it. So I think this is way better, and I'm going to change these from black to reddish brown to kind of represent a part of the door, or just so they don't stick out. One little small thing that I wanted to show you is the knights. I have placed most of them, and now I have changed the little podiums they're on to the same color, light bluish gray, same color as the statues themselves, so they're not brown anymore and they look a lot better. Now I think I'm missing a few pieces. I can see over here 3 are missing, and also I'm missing 1 helm, but I've ordered them and they should be coming soon. Perhaps next update you will see the whole kind of section here being done. Now I have also bought the architect here, which actually I can show you from over here, which will be over there obviously, as it should be. However, I will not use the podium that is attached to it coming from the advert calendar. I will probably create one of my own to kind of make it better, or well, no promises whether it will be better or not, but I will like it a little bit more. Not gonna show you here, nothing really has changed. I have kind of redesigned the tiling over here, but nothing really worth showing that you have not already seen. Now why is this refusing to go in? There we go. Should get that checked. Now these connections here still remain, and I'm gonna leave them for now because they're hidden anyway, and at some point I might decide to use them, so it would be kind of stupid to remove them and then kind of decide that I do need a few connections and then I have to put them in. It's kind of annoying because there's now so much weight kind of on everything, and I need to kind of, you know, push it upwards a little bit, and it's always annoying and kind of a little bit stressful. So unless it's needed, I will not do it. And yeah, I think regarding this building, it's about it. Now this has not been redone. As I explained last time, I should be doing that, but most of this will be hidden, so I'll probably just redo, kind of do smaller decorations, minor decorations to this piece. And I have not connected it yet to these towers, so as you can see, it's very kind of shaky. Yeah, but I will do that. And also the back, we need to raise kind of similar shape over there. Now I will get back to closing here, and I will connect the courtyard once more in the front section to this whole building, and we will talk some more. Here we are, everything is back in place. And yeah, as you can see, well, there's a lot more here that has been built, not the whole courtyard, but we've raised this section here very nicely. And also we have built this whole side over here. Now I'm going to come over here and show you it from the side. And I have left the way it is for certain purposes. I will create a little podium here. This will all be hidden, but it's all on purpose. Now this design, I have put a lot of thought into it, and I think it does look nice. It's not, again, 100% accurate, but considering the sizing, I think it's the best option, at least best one I have been able to come up with. I will want to mention is we will have 1x1s all the way every single slot will have these 1x1 tan pieces over here, because we want it to be smooth. Now, one little thing that I have decided to do is these arches, probably you will not notice unless I tell you, but they were kind of one brick lower, and I decided to do that because they looked really small. They kind of had the same height of a minifig, maybe with another half a headpiece on top of it, and from afar it looked really small. And initially I decided to do that because I wanted to get as close as possible to the scaling compared to this arch and these entrances here on both sides, which should be taller. And now the difference is smaller, but it looks really nicer because it was really small. And now it kind of opens up and looks a lot better, in my opinion. Now let me know what you think about that. Now, I have a few ideas from this side. And I want to mention right now that I am really inclined to do the version of the courtyard that is, for example, in the scene in The Order of the Phoenix when Umbridge is kicking Trelawney out. And I don't mean I'm going to recreate that scene in this space here, but I might, because it's a nice scene. But in that scene, the courtyard, you know, is if you remember in the last movies, there were these two towers here during the defense of Hogwarts, and I don't think I'm gonna do that version. I'm gonna do the version when this is a normal full row over here, complete, and then there is the little bridge over here, and there is no bridge over here, which is the model also used in the Fantastic Beasts movies, I believe. Only watched these movies once, so I'm not really an expert on that. But yeah, this side, everything that you see is going to be the same over here. And here we're going to do something a little bit different. These kind of arches that I've used are going to be either attached kind of to these pillars here. Now, why do I want to do that? Because basically I'm thinking ahead, and I'm going to share a little bit of it, although I don't want to reveal everything because I want you to experience it firsthand. But basically, this whole place will be higher than everything else. And I want these sections not to be hanging in the air. There will be something coming from below. And while we have these connections here, it will be a good way to kind of connect and keep it solid. But that's all I'm going to say. And as you can see, another thing is that here we have made them put these plates here. and kind of looks a bit random, but it's not. Now I'm doing the calculations on the roofs. Here it's left like this. It's going to be a 2x3 plate or tile. Smooth one. I always keep them confused. I think the smooth one is a plate, I think. Or maybe it was the other way around. I should really get it checked. Anyway, forgive me. The way I'm thinking about it is we will make the whole roof of the courtyard different sections, and we'll have one section here which will be alone, and it will connect over here and over here, so it's still connected well enough, but it's easy to remove. And then we'll have this whole row here and maybe 2 or 3 sections over here. So if you want, you can like remove one, peek, do some stuff, put it back. But I don't want like the whole roof to be one section, or this whole thing to be one section and this to be one section. I want it to be like easily removed, not connected all that much, because it's gonna be heavy and it's gonna be kind of a problem. But I'm still thinking about how exactly to do it. I think I have figured it out with some test pieces, but I don't really want to show it just yet, at least until I build maybe like 1-2 sections and show you how it looks. This corner is very important to kind of look right, because the roof should be, is like, it's not uneven. It's not like horizontal, it's like at an angle, kind of like this section should be higher than this section, but I think I have it figured out. I think it should be looking good. And I'm thinking again of using this color, dark bluish gray, and not mixing it up. Not really a fan of that. Some people, I do remember, have mentioned to me that I should kind of make the roof, you know, put some different colors to resemble moss or ware or something like that, but I don't know. I might end up doing it. That's something easy to do. You just get the pieces and you replace a little bit, and for now it will be like this still. I'm starting to think a little bit about placing kind of a floor over here, but I do believe I want to complete the whole kind of section here. But yeah, as you remember, the reason here we have 3 plates and all the stairs are 2 plates, because once we put kind of the floor, it will again be 2 plates. So that's the reason why it's the first step is a little bit higher. Very important. And lastly, I think I should really get these things kind of hidden somewhere. Really start to bother me during these updates. As you maybe can notice, is this little improvement, should I say, on the clock. Now, as you can suspect probably, or guess, I have used the piece from the clock tower, or one of the pieces. I think I have that set like twice, 2 or 3 or 4 times now. I need to really check in my spreadsheet, but I have multiple of these. So anyway, it looked kind of strange to me, only with this piece, kind of lonely, kind of unfinished, kind of rough, and I really wanted to create something to kind of improve on it without putting too many pieces. And I really wanted to do something like that, to create a round shape without anything sticking out. Now it's not perfect currently, as you can see over here and over here it's sticking a little bit, but I have ordered the proper pieces that, I mean, from this far you don't see it at all, but I mean, I know it's there and kind of blows me. But anyway, I think I'm gonna make this a little, you're gonna see it in detail during my mini MOCs episode that I'm gonna make whenever I have the time, and I will show you how I have made it. There might be a forbidden technique in it. I don't believe that's a forbidden technique, but again, I've been out of the Lego hobby for so long, and I'm not really a specialist in those things, and I don't really know. I don't think it is, but hey, I'm sure if it is, somebody will point it out. But yeah, I think it's a really, really nice improvement. It's kind of a simple, but it works, and from afar it looks a lot better than the way it was, only with this piece showing. What do you think about the height? Should the whole clock be kind of in over here? Should it be a little bit higher? Should it be a little bit lower? I think this is fine, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it should be a little bit higher, kind of not to have this little space between the first arch and the top of the clock. Not sure. But yeah, I think it's looking good. Again, I've been tackling these kind of towers. I don't really like the way they are still. I know I mention that every time. Again, I have changed over here, and I'm really thinking about changing it again. I have seen some people use like two of these basically over here instead of a window, which is kind of accurate because in the movies basically there is like two pillars that are creating a really thin archway inside, and there is the roof, and the problem really is that the roof should be, these little slopes should be higher, like this, but there isn't a piece like that. The other option would be to make like a brick 1x2, and then maybe a little snob brick, and then something like this, and then something like this, like a unicorn horn, and then it will be kind of this tall, maybe. I think I did try that early on, and I didn't really like it. Maybe I should fiddle about it with that a little bit more again. But that's something minor that I would rather focus on other things than that. But anyway, this is the way it looks for the time being, and I really enjoyed building this whole section here. I know I did mention that last time. It was really relaxing, and I really look forward to completing it. And the only reason I have not completed it is because, again, we ran out of these 1x3 arch pieces. But I have ordered, guess how many? 50? No. 100? No. 150. And I have done the math, and they should be enough to complete this whole section here. And hopefully I'll be able to show you that next time. If not, yeah, I'll be showing you something else. Yeah, this little tower also, I was gonna forget about it. I kind of left it like this, and I have not decided whether I should keep it or not, because it's really annoying to kind of complete it over here, close it off without it being too obvious. I thought there were some other pieces that are similar to this one, but I don't think they are. And yeah, I have left it like this for now. We'll try to close it off. Obviously, there should be one tower here, one in the middle, and one on the other end, which are bigger than this one, and they will probably have to be made manually, so to speak. This one, I kind of like it. I bought it alongside many other pieces just to try this piece out, and I kind of, I like it from this side, but unless I find a good way to close it off so it kind of looks good from this angle too, because the Great Hall kind of is looked from this side, because this is the view people get when you are coming with the boats. I know I'm speaking very vaguely, but hopefully once everything is complete one day, there will be water over here and a whole panorama and stuff, and it's very important to look proper and well from this angle too, not only from the front. And this does not look too well, and I have tried to close it off a few ways and it doesn't work. The biggest problem is that this piece, if it was ending here, then there will be various similar pieces to this that would be kind of enough. Now I don't know why my camera is not focusing here. Enough to close off here, but since this side, kind of this whole wall, is part of this piece, and in order to close it off, we can't really replicate this shape because we only need from here to here. And I don't know how to make that, at least not for the time being. Maybe I should try various similar height pieces that are not made by bricks and see if I can find a good decision and solution. But yes, for the time being, this is it. I hope you enjoy this little update again, and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about the design, about the pieces I've used for the gargoyles, about the overall design of the courtyard, the sizing, the height. If anything is bothering you, let me know. And yeah, I think that's it. I thank you very much for watching and for liking this video, subscribing if this is something that you enjoy to follow in the future. And yeah, I'm really enjoying doing this whole thing the last couple of months, and I look forward to continuing and improving it. Again, thank you very much for your attention and views and opinions, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.